All right, test. Okay, looks like my mic is working. Okay, so I can't even remember the name of the stream. Give me one sec. Give me just 1 second. Ugh, it sound of my voice. Okay, so this is basically going to be my recap of my opinions on the stream that I saw the unapologetic Negropean do yesterday regarding this black situation. And I, how can I say this? This was it was a great expose. I'm going to start off with a critique of the unapologetic Negropean. His moderating skills were horrible. But then I had to think about it, like, in terms of the purpose. Maybe he didn't moderate it too well because he wanted to hear what was really going to be said in all the emotions, right? So let's give it a backdrop. So essentially, what happened was he was hosting a stream, and you had people that, and I'm not even going to say claim, because they were acknowledged as being legit people that did have business dealings with Blacksit. These people that had their dealings with Blacksit were coming on and saying how these business deals, these investments were going wrong. And, money was taken, and I guess they weren't getting certain types of paperwork to verify that this land had belonged to them, that they had purchased, because the money was sent over. They did send the money over, and things were taking far too long than expected, and things turned into legal threats, and, you could sue me and so on and so forth, right? Now, when so I listened to the stream because I was there live for the stream, maybe about an hour and a half in or so, and then I had to go because I was doing something in the evening, because this stream took place late afternoon into the evening. And so I think I saw up until the point when Blacksit had come in to try and defend herself, or explain or do whatever she thought that she was doing. And from a business standpoint, the fact that she even jumped on the panel in the manner that she did, there's nothing wrong with her jumping onto the panel. But to jump on in the manner that she did, with all that aggression and ferocity in her chest like that for the people on the panel, I just thought, from a business standpoint, that is really bad, because you're supposed to be the professional. You say that you're not um you say that you're not selling land, but you're involved in cash transactions, supposedly, in order for people to get land, right? Now, the way that she came on, it was very arrogant, it was very rude. She was yelling a whole bunch of questions and trying to dispute what these people were saying. And one thing that she did say, and you can go back and listen to it to yourself. I couldn't give you the timestamp, but one thing that I did hear her say was that the fact that these people who had spent their money with her are not citizens would mean that this whole deal wouldn't have been secure anyway. That's what I heard. And I've been listening to this thing intently all day, so that I can make sure that I can pick up on everything that I missed from that live stream. And so, to me, that says one thing. If you're saying to people that, hey, well, your investment wouldn't have been secure because you're not even a citizen anyway, like maybe you wouldn't have any kind of legal standing, then you've just said that you've had knowledge of this, and you're still selling these services to non-citizens anyway. So to me, that says that you're some kind of fraud. You're a crook. Or, as you see, the word of the day, Bandulu. Bandulu, or criminal. Definition: someone carrying out a crooked activity. Right? Jamaicans know the word Bandulu. You get yourself involved in Bandulu business. She's Jamaican. Right? That is a concern. So that's dishonest. You're taking money, okay, allegedly under false pretenses. If you knew that these people would not be secured, if anything was to happen legal wise, they wouldn't be able to have much of a standing as they are not citizens in the country, and maybe they didn't go through certain correct channels through licensed people that would be backed by the state. You have a license with the state. This is unacceptable. At one point, her husband also jumped on and tried to use the excuse of, oh, we deal with, hundreds of people or 100 people or so on and so forth, a lot of people. Now, if you're supposed to be doing business, right, this is supposed to be a land business or a real estate business, whatever this is supposed to be. You as a business person, and I'm going to say this from experience, not of a business owner, no, but I've worked in a small business and had to manage things up to a certain point, almost on a managerial level when it came to this small business. If you're not capable of dealing with a certain volume of clients, then do one of two things. Don't provide the service or create a waiting list so that you would be able to service clients properly. Because either way, it's unacceptable. So what we have is, from what we heard from Julie, between us, I don't even want to say her name, Julia and her husband, basically, I heard this investment wasn't even secure anyway because you're not a citizen. And then I'm hearing, well, there's too many people that we have to deal with and it's not so easy. So it's a thing between this is either incompetence at best or fraudulent and criminal at worst. And either one is not acceptable. But I really want to understand, why is it that people in the diaspora are running over, especially to the Gambia, thinking that they don't have laws, that there's no maybe it's not as enforced, the regulations, but you do have to have license for these type of things. Why do people feel that they can just run over there and start doing land businesses and selling off land to any and everybody for a much more exorbitant rate? Why is this considered acceptable? Right? All of the questions that were being asked yesterday were being met with all of these questions yesterday were being met with deflections. There's no straight answer in this. Let me ask you a question. No, let me ask you a question. Picking out all of these small, insignificant parts of these people's stories. These people are saying, listen, we gave you the money to process the land. We gave you money for this land that we wanted in a certain part of the Gambia. Then it turns into, oh, either this land is unavailable or there's a problem that you cannot get this land. However, we have this land in this other part that is more expensive. And these people say, okay, all right, we'll pay a bit more in order to do that. No problem, fine. They're being given a piece of paper, some kind of paperwork, I think from local chiefs. However, that has no legal standing in court. So it doesn't do anything. If you had to go for a dispute, you don't have a leg to stand on. And then it turns into, and I heard this for myself on the stream, you can go listen to the stream yourself. It turns into, well, if you have family in the Gambia, why did you do this? Or if you knew this, why didn't you do that? Absolving themselves of responsibility for providing a service from start to end.
Wow.
This is not acceptable. It is really not acceptable, and it really frustrates me as someone from the UK of Caribbean background, like her, of part Jamaican origin as well. I would never. I dare her to do something like this. I dare these people to go and do that in Jamaica and see what happens. It will not pan out well for you. But you say that you can go into Africa, disrespect the people, disrespect their diaspora when they ask you questions, and act as if there's no kind of law that you have to follow, that you feel so you can do anything unlicensed. And the only reason why you're saying that you're not selling land is because you're not licensed to sell land. And I'm going to take people's word for it that you're not licensed, because people have no reason to lie. This is not proper business. This is not how business is done. This is not, I'm hearing things like on this live stream, oh, I tried to call you, but you didn't pick up the phone. Let me tell you something. When I worked in a bank and we had to deal with, high value clients, very high value celebrities and, up there people, even with the regular customers, when you're having to deal with them on a specific transfer, if you cannot get through to them, do you know what you do? You write down a note on their profile. You have a file of the for these people, so you can back up and say, you know what? If I couldn't get through to you on this day, and we needed to discuss this specific business matter, I'm going to write down the day, date, and timestamp, so that I can back myself up when necessary. These people are not doing business properly. This is not how it's supposed to be done. Just on a professional level, going onto live panels, yelling, embarrassing that people of the diaspora because you're doing this in the name of people of the diaspora. It's unacceptable. It's really and truly unacceptable. I don't understand why they're targeting the Gambia. The Gambia is a small country. Everyone wants to buy up land. What about Gambians? What about the Gambians? When they can't afford land now, because the more scarce land gets, the more expensive it becomes. What of the Gambian people? Who's going to be looking to give up their land for the Gambian people?
That is advantaging the people.
Yeah, they are. They are disadvantaging the Gambians. Everyone cares to claims to care so much. Oh, I love Africa and African people,
It's
and
only a
we want to
profit for
return.
themselves.
Sorry, go ahead, Ali.
They only want to profit about for themselves. They don't care about. They don't care about their history. They don't care about their true selves. It's always profits for themselves.
Exactly. Exactly. It's all about self. It's all self gain. This
It's not
whole
like you're buying the land to do something for the people. You're buying the land to make a profit off of it. No, that is low. It's very low.
that's all that it's about. That's all. And you know what, right? Okay, you want to go there and you want to capitalize, then that's fine. If you're a capitalist, then you're going to be a capitalist. But what you don't do is disguise your crookedness, your backwardness, your wickedness in the name of the diaspora. This is the same person that is trying to push for people like me and you to be able to have automatic citizenship to the Gambia. And this is where it's going to get problematic because this is the same person who's doing all this supposedly crooked business. I believe it 100%. From what I heard yesterday on that live stream, I believe it 100% from what they're speaking out of their mouths. It doesn't sound right. Right? So you're this crooked person, and now you're trying to push something allegedly for the diaspora when this is really for yourself, so that you can gain from it, so you can have all the glory that you did something for the diaspora, so that you feel that people can owe you something. And now what Gambians are going to see, and you can't blame them for this, is that these diaspora people just want to come here, take over our country, disrespect our laws. They don't care about us. They want to just buy up our land, sell it illegally to people who do not come from here, and
Wow.
push us out of the picture. This is why I'm against automatic citizenship 100%, especially the way that she's doing it. I can't agree with this because I would feel the same way, right? Annie, we were talking about this earlier. If I went to Trinidad, right, I'm not a citizen of Trinidad, or maybe I just become let's say that I do become a citizen of Trinidad because allegedly she's supposed to be a citizen of the Gambia, right? So
Yeah.
here's me coming from the UK. I'm of Bajan origin, but I'm gonna go to Trinidad, and I go into some rural part of Trinidad where maybe infrastructure is not so great, and I
Mm-hmm.
see that there's a need for something. Let's say that there's no doctor's office for X amount of miles, and you have people there that are suffering with health issues, right? I
Yeah.
build up this doctor's office, and in return, because people are poor and they're maybe not as educated, they give me some land in return, a
Yeah.
big plot of land. Now, let's say that I start to cut up this land, I start dividing it up. Let's say that Actually, you don't give me the land. I'm gonna buy it from you for 20,000 Trinidad dollars. $20,000, right? That's not a lot of money.
No,
And now let's say that I buy that land and I sell each piece of land. Let me make sure that I do these calculations correct, just so that it can be put into context. So let's understand something. So one TT dollar to let's say US dollar. Right, so that's 14 cents. So if we say 20,000 Trinidadian dollars, that's just under 3,000 US dollars, right? That I pay for one big piece of land. Now let's say that for $3,000 I buy this piece of land for, and I divide this land up into, let's say, 8 pieces of land, and
yeah,
each piece of land I'm gonna sell it for let's say 15,000 US dollars, or
that's messed up.
101,000 gone on 102,000 Trinidadian dollars.
That is messed up.
What's that gonna do? That's gonna boost up prices.
It is.
Is the average Trinidadian got that much money lying around to be able to buy a plot of land like that?
The average, no.
And this is what's going on in the Gambia from what it looks like and from what it sounds like. And this could happen. Gambians will not be
Messed up.
allowed, will not be able to afford to buy land.
Messed up.
Unfortunately, you've got people giving away their land in some cases to people from the diaspora, foreign people that have nothing to do with the place,
I
who
mean,
keep harping on
if you
slave.
buy the land to do something to benefit the people, I will definitely support that. But to profit for yourself, no, that is messed up. That's advantage.
This is the thing with
Disadvantage.
that, right? When you say for them, to give back to the people, my problem with that is not giving back to the people, but you're doing that to disguise an ulterior motive. So you do some good so you can get something out of it. You're not doing good for the sake of doing good.
True.
And that's what I'm
Agree.
seeing with this thing here. Is okay, I like they're building wells, right? Boreholes. I'll build you a well, but give me this now.
Wow.
It's unacceptable. It is really, really unacceptable. Just the whole attitude. Again, I'm only going off of what I heard out of their mouths yesterday on that stream. The way they were carrying on, that people all have the same story. They can't all be lying. What would they be lying for? You've admitted that these people have sent you money and things did not go right, and you had to refund. I think at least one person she mentioned about having to refund them only the processing fee, not the rest of the money, from what I
What?
heard. Right. And then you want to threaten people and say, well, if you take me to court, you're paying all my legal fees. Who are you?
Wow.
This is not okay. That is not okay.
That is taking advantage of people who born and grew up in their own place. Nah, I don't rate that.
No morals. But I'm telling you, she will not do that in Jamaica. She won't, because she can't. It couldn't happen. I could never see that happening because Jamaicans don't play. If you think you're gonna scam a local, it, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. If you care so much about Africa, as you say you do, if you're so Pan Africanist, where's the energy for this in Jamaica? Why am I not seeing it? Granted, I
Wow.
will say, I'll say benefit of that. Okay, I don't really watch her videos like that because when you can see someone, you watch them and something just tell you in your spirit like something ain't right about this person.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
see this one here from when because I started hearing about this automatic citizenship thing, right? I said, let me just look into it. Let me look into her channel. and see what she's about. And it was a stream where she was talking about the automatic citizenship, and just the way she was speaking, she comes across as very arrogant, in your face. I do what I want. We're gonna get automatic citizenship. We don't care what you think. To the diaspora of the Gambia, people who are citizens of the Gambia that live abroad, the disrespect towards them. I said, I can't. No, no. Something about her, I just in my spirit, I don't like. I do not like that. You say all of this stuff to people from Gambia that live abroad. Why are you not doing the same back in your country? You're not from the UK. You might be born in the UK. I'm born in the UK. My roots aren't here, and neither are hers. Her roots lie in Jamaica. Then go to Jamaica. Jamaica can do with a lot of help. We know this. Go and alleviate the problems there. There's a lot of problems in Jamaica. Let's not act like we don't see it. We know this. Instead, you're here embarrassing the diaspora by jumping on a panel, yelling like a maniac, being arrogant and disrespectful towards other people who have given you thousands. Whether it be a measly 4,000 or however much, that's still money. £4,000. Do you know how much that would help a lot of people in London with their debt? People are sending you their hard-earned money. One lady was on there saying she's a nurse. Nurses work very hard in our NHS, in our national health system, for their pay. They work very hard. And you're happy to take that money, and then you want to disrespect somebody who was trying to do business with you. And it's excuse after excuse, weak point after weak point. Because you ain't doing business correctly, you have to question whether or not she's even registered properly. That's a whole other thing. And now because she's seen taking pictures with the Gambian president or whatever, and paying off politicians, so they say, you feel that you're someone, you feel that you can't be touched. You feel that you're above question. She's out of order.
She is. Wait, but does she have the right to buy land there? Is she registered as a citizen there?
I think she is. I think she is. Now, if it was up to me, I would strip her of the citizenship and say you're causing too much trouble, and I would look into, if I was the authorities in the Gambia, I would really look into this and see what exactly is going on. Is this proper business? 100%. Is this going by the law? If she is not following the law, if she is not licensed and she's here selling land to non-citizens abroad and taking their money, is she putting this money, is she getting them to wire the money, or is she getting them to PayPal her the money?
Wow.
Has she got a business? Well, this is what we have to find out. Has she got a business bank account? I've worked in an African bank. I know how it goes. Even if she didn't want to hold her money in the bank in Africa, let's say you have Guarantee Trust Bank, right? This is a West African bank, but they also have branches in, I think, Kenya and Rwanda, I think. Yeah, I think in Tanzania as well. If you really wanted to do it the legit way and you were, let's say, concerned about holding your money in the bank in Africa, guess what you can do? You can go to Margaret Street in London, Guarantee Trust Bank, Nigerian bank. Go and open up a business account. Tell them you want a domiciliary account, I think it's called. But you want to have an account in the Gambia so you can get paid in Dalasi, right? The money you could deposit the money in your account in the UK and transfer it to your business account in the Gambia if you wanted to do it the legit way. I can't say I don't know how she's getting the money, but if she's PayPaling the money, if she's telling people to PayPal her or Western Union her the money for land business, that is not legit. That does not scream legitimate business. Because when you wire the money, you as a consumer, you as a buyer, you can go to your bank and you can tell them, I want an MT 103. I want a payment confirmation so that in case of anything, I can show you exactly what account I sent that to, because it will have the Swift code, it will have the bank account number, it will have the beneficiary name, address, details, and things can be investigated from there. The money can be traced. When you do things like send cash through Western Union, MoneyGram, World Remit, all these things, once that money is is withdrawn, once that money is collected, that's it, that's done. And that is what scammers do.
Wow.
That's why they tell you be careful who you send money to on Western Union and these things, because if you don't know these people, once they get that cash, they can't help you. That's what happens. People have to be so much more wise about their money. Stop falling for these tricks and these lies. People say, "Oh, black business this, black business that. Oh, the diaspora, we need to support each other. Help me, I'm black. We're from the diaspora. Slavery, remember, we're trying to go back home." Don't fall for that, people. Do not fall for that, because they're playing on your emotions. They're tricking you. These people
So
are
wait,
tricking you.
they so care about Africa than that they're taking advantage of their own people,
That's
brothers and
exactly what they're
sisters.
doing.
That is messed up.
That is exactly what they're doing. They're taking advantage of their own people. They don't respect Africa. They don't respect us in the diaspora. They see us as an opportunity to use for their own selfish gain. This automatic citizenship, I will keep saying it, is a selfish maneuver. It's not about the rest of us. Because you know what? If you really cared, right? You would think of the Gambian people first, and it's up to the Gambians whether or not they will allow that. And I don't think that they should, because of reasons like this. You're gonna have too many opportunists running in there. People say, "Oh, not everyone wants to go to Africa," and that's true. Not everyone does want to go to Africa. But when you're talking about the diaspora, you're that's like what, maybe damn near 100 million people, and a small percentage of that might want to have interest if they find out that they can get a passport and citizenship to a country like the Gambia. You can have all sorts and no sorts coming into that country and upsetting the dynamic for those
Wow, that's
people.
messed up.
From what I've seen, the Gambia is a peaceful, quiet, small country. Engulfed by Senegal and West Africa. They're minding their business, living their lives, and trying to develop for themselves. They don't need this. They do not need this. And all these selfish people are just they're just making it worse. Making it so much worse. I'm so sick. I'm sick and tired of this thing, man. I really am. But watching that live stream yesterday, it just showed me. You could see it. This is not about, so-called Pan-Africanism. It's not about that. It's
No,
never been about that.
the selfish act, what it is.
All about self. All about self. They don't care about nothing. Don't care about nothing but themselves, as long as they can benefit. And then they say, "Oh, look at what we're doing for these poor people. They can't do nothing for themselves. We will build it for them. Now give us some land, or let us buy some land real cheap off you, and we'll sell it to foreigners." And I'm gonna, yeah, we are foreigners. We are in the diaspora. Let's not play games. We are foreigners.
Hmm.
We may be of African origin, but we haven't been in Africa for centuries. Okay, we can't just go over there like that. Have some respect. Have some
Wow.
respect. This is just more of a tirade, really and truly. I'm really frustrated with this whole thing that I'm seeing. Really and truly, lack of regard. Blacksit, whoever you are, I can hear your husband has a weird UK Jamaican accent mixing going on. I think I'm assuming he was born there because he seems to speak in that way. Focus on Jamaica. Focus on Jamaica. Jamaica has plenty of problems for you to pick from to solve. You want to hire people? Go help with unemployment in Jamaica. The Chinese are definitely in Jamaica. I'm telling you, as a half Jamaican, I know this. The Chinese are up in there. Look at the crime in Jamaica. Look at the corruption in Jamaica. Look at all the stagnation in Jamaica. Why don't you focus on that? All the energy and effort that you're putting into yelling at people, trying to hide your Bandulu business from other people. Put
Wow.
that same energy into Jamaica. I mean, I don't know if you want to say anything on this,
No.
but let someone try this in Trinidad. Try it. Try it. If let's say Nigeria, people in Nigeria were petitioning for Nigerians to be able, or let's say even Yoruba land with Trinidad's ties with the Yoruba. If all Yoruba said, right, we want access to Trinidadian citizenship. I don't know how many millions of Yoruba people there are, but there are millions of them. How many Trinidadians are there?
Trinidadians, 1 point something million.
All right. So you guys have 1 point something million people, less than 2 million people, right? Versus the entire Yoruba community globally
Oh no.
saying that they want automatic citizenship to Trinidad and Tobago. It couldn't work. It couldn't work. And then if you had a bunch of people coming over, buying up land or buying up land at cheap rates or being given free land and then selling land to non-citizen foreign people, Trinidadians would have every right to feel away
Mm-hmm.
because then Trinidadians will not be able to afford that land.
That's messed up.
It's more than messed up. It is more than messed up. But this live stream, it just again, it wasn't moderated properly. There was far too much yelling, people talking over each other. I was like, damn it, I can't hear much of what some people are saying at certain points because there's just too much yelling. But the way that they carried themselves on that live stream, if you were really a true professional, if you were truly running a business, you would never have acted like that. Never. Yelling at people. I think I even heard some profanity at some point. And you're worrying about people talking about your brand and making your brand look bad. You make your brand look bad. You make yourself look bad. You embarrassed yourself. You played yourself in front of everybody. And people, I'm telling you, go to that live stream and listen to it start to finish. Listen intently when Blacksit joins the panel and tries to explain her way out of it. Listen intently. I'm telling you, you were going to hear a part where she says that the investment wouldn't really necessarily be secure because you're not a citizen. That's a giveaway. That's a giveaway. So you sold this service knowing that. There's no
Wow.
getting around that. And then your husband or whoever trying to say that, well, um basically, we're really busy. We have a lot of people that we have to deal with, and we can't handle it. It's unacceptable. Incompetence or straight out fraud is unacceptable. Either way you put it.
Wow.
It's too much. It's too much. It is really and truly too much. I'm gonna drop the link. I see 3 people are watching, but I don't know if anyone wants to jump on the panel. If anyone has an opinion on this, this is just really a vent for me. People wanted to talk about the Gambians that live abroad that were standing up for their country. People like Ray Empire, you know, and he was going hard at Blacksit, but he was right. He was right. He was 100% right. These people are not there for the interest of the Gambian people. You wouldn't be there just buying up and selling land to non-Gambians. if you really cared about the people. You wouldn't. And all this is gonna do is, again, these Pan Africanists want to claim, oh, we love everyone. Let's come together, unite, unite. You're driving with your crooked behavior, with your crooked ways. You're driving a wedge between the diaspora and the continent even more. That's what you're doing.
Just want to make money off of others people things, It's your own.
What needs to happen, really and truly, Gambians, please, I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's something going on behind the scenes. If there's a petition, somebody let me know. I will sign it. Do not allow this automatic citizenship thing to happen. Go as
Now
hard
that is
against it as
messed up
possible.
because people will abuse that like really. They're gonna have the locals living like low life, living in the ghettos while these foreigners who get citizenship, make money off of your land and live rich and you know, it ain't right. People is gonna abuse that.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what they're gonna do. They're not going there. You see, when you listen, when you ask people, oh, why you want to go to Africa? Oh, I want to escape. I want to escape what I'm going through. Oh, I've experienced racism. I want to escape. So to me, what that says is, it's not that you want to go there because you actually just want to be there. You're going through some little problem that you're experiencing in the West, and probably if you were not having this problem, you wouldn't even think about Africa at all in that sense. That's how I hear it. When people say, "Oh, I just wanted to escape." So to me, you're not there for a genuine intention. You're there to escape, make money, maybe live a higher lifestyle because your currency takes you further than it does,
Mhm.
back where you're from. You want to take advantage, and I just find it so disgusting, really and truly. You're right, Chima.
Hey, what's good?
Nothing really.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's like all it's doing is driving a wedge between, a real wedge between Africans and diasporans because we because people think we're dumb and don't know what's going on. Like we like we we go through this time and time again with other types of foreigners. We're not going to have the same attitude. We're not going to have a different attitude about it just because you happen to look like us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what about the Chinese? You're not standing up against the Chinese.
I mean, shit. For what I see, neither are y'all.
Oh, where's the energy for all these foreign people coming up and buying your land? Why aren't you in your country? I hate that shit, man. I really do. But I'm glad because there was one lady on the stream yesterday. Sorry, Chima, can you mute? There's a little bit of background noise. There was a lady on the stream yesterday, a Gambian lady. I think her name was Mamida. She went off and she made it clear. And it's so good to hear that people from the continent, whether you're living on the continent or abroad, you're speaking up, your voice is being heard because you keep on getting trampled over. Do not allow people from the diaspora to trample all over you and use slavery as a weapon to silence you. 'Cause
Wow.
no, this is what they're doing, Aline. This is what they're doing. They say, oh, because of slavery, it's our birthright. We have a right to come back to Africa. No, no, actually, no. Let me rephrase that. It's not even you have the right to come back because I would agree. We have a. I mean, we're human beings. We have a right to go anywhere we want on
Yeah.
the earth to some extent. But you're saying that you have a birthright. You have a right to have citizenship and the same access and rights of people that are born there, raised there for generations. And you're trying to use slavery to say, give us what you have. That's not acceptable. That's not okay. That's not okay. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like you're based. it's basically like you're putting the blame. You're basically blaming your pain on us when we were just as much victims of the whole fiasco as you guys were.
Exactly. Exactly. Stop making us seem like we're all just these big victims and we can't do nothing for ourselves. If you are so concerned about development, again, focus on your country. If you're from the UK of Caribbean origin, I don't understand why you're putting so much energy into forcing another country or trying to strong arm them into giving you citizenship. Go go to the Jamaican High Commission, go to the Barbados High Commission, go to the Trini High Commission, St. Lucia and Dominica. Go there and try that. Try it. A day's try. You won't do it because you know it won't happen. It will not succeed. And yet you want to be disrespecting Africans, and when they speak up, you want to try and trample over them or silence them when they have just as much right, if not more, because it's their country. Whether they were born in it or live in it or not, they have more right than we do. Have respect. Have some respect. I don't understand it. It really does baffle me. How are we not having the same respect? We would feel the same way. I would feel a way if other people were talking about, well, we're just gonna go to Barbados and buy up all the land and fuck what they think. I'd be offended by that. How dare you? This isn't your country. This isn't your place to do that. Who are you? But now we want to start playing victim and want to bring up slavery to guilt Africans into giving up their land. It's disgusting.
Wow.
This is it just goes to show you these people are not genuine.
They only care about themselves.
They only care about themselves, their pockets, their money, but they don't realize it. There's a saying, you disrespect me, you disrespect yourself. And in many ways,
Yeah.
they're disrespecting themselves. I will say, blacks, you are disrespecting yourself because look how bad you're making yourself look. You think you're making us look, but you're putting a black eye on us because you don't respect yourself enough to do the right thing. You don't. You couldn't even respect yourself enough to carry yourself in a decent manner on that live stream yesterday. Supposed to be a businesswoman. But then you will say, well, I'm just a YouTuber. No, you're accepting money from people for so-called investment. And it is an investment. When you're buying land, that is an investment because land is wealth. When you have land, you can build off of it. You can make money off of it. You disrespected yourself. You played yourself more than you thought you played those people. Because it's not going to look good on you. People, you have to be careful. Really and truly. Be careful who you send your money to.
Yes, yeah, same thing to her and to the rest of pe- to the rest of these people who play the same game.
All of them. All of these scammers, fraudsters, incompetents, you have no business. If you know you're not competent, if you know you don't have the manpower or the resources to run businesses or services that you're trying to offer to people, then have a decent sense of ethics about you and discontinue your business until you can run it properly. Don't take people's money and bullshit them. Don't do that. That's not what you do. If you're able to provide, then you provide the service, and there's no excuses. There's no excuses.
Mm-hmm.
The customer is always right. Don't care
Yeah.
what you say. The customer is what makes your business. You don't make your business. You provide the service. And if you cannot provide the service, then shut your doors. Stop making the rest of us look bad. You're embarrassing us.
And the thing is, why Gambia of all places? That's what I'm wondering.
They want to take advantage, Chima. I'm sure of it. That it's just about taking advantage. The Gambia is a very small country, the smiling coast, very friendly, very peaceful. And I think that they think these people are stupid. They see, oh, these people, they're relatively poor. I'm sure that they're just starving and they just want something. And if we throw them a little something, then we should get what we want. I'm sure they will deny it. They will deny it, but deep down, that's what I see in their actions.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. But,
And
but
you know what I
unfortunately
believe?
for her, then the like those people aren't as stupid as they believe.
No, they're not. And they have a diaspora outside watching and warning them. And she has no right, her and other people, because I have heard it around. People say, well, you don't even live there. Who are you to talk? No, you don't have any right to shut people down because they don't live in their country. If you
No.
understood how migration works, if you understood that these people go abroad. Sorry, Chima, can you just mute?
Oh, sorry
Thank
about
you.
that.
That's okay. If you understood that people go abroad so that they can make money and bring it back to their country, send it to their families to help support their families, you wouldn't make such a stupid point. You wouldn't make a stupid statement like that.
I mean, okay, if you're concerned of why we're not there, then why don't you? I mean, hell. I mean, you're in that. I mean, you're in the country. Why don't you like actually trying to find out what's going on in the country? That makes them not want to come back.
Right.
If,
Wow.
But
if you're really that concerned.
right. If you're really that concerned, instead of saying, "Oh, I'm providing businesses, I'm sorry, I'm providing jobs, I'm providing jobs," how's about you bring skills? And it's
Like
the same thing for the Caribbean as well.
what
Instead of
kind of jobs exactly? Are they bringing profitable jobs like IT jobs or engineering jobs, or is it just hot? Or you just have them be like these servers or cooks or cleaners, which don't pay you anything?
exactly, and it's the
Wow.
same. This is the same problem in the Caribbean when it comes to tourism. These measly bullshit jobs that they give people. You can clean the hotel. You can carry people's bags and greet them and take them to their room. What's that doing for people? What's that teaching you? Nothing. If you really cared about the people, you would bring skills, not so that no, sorry, you would bring skills so that they can do something for themselves. They don't have to work for you, they can work for themselves. You give them the skills, you give them the know-how, and watch them develop for themselves if you really cared.
Hmm.
Not just some, oh, I'm gonna pay you a little bit extra than some other people would. I'm doing you a favor. No, no, doesn't work like that. You building a well is not development. You paying people pennies more is not development. You building yourself a house and a farm for yourself is not development. It's selfish.
And let's say she does build this well or borehole or something. Like what is one borehole going to do for the entire community? And and to add to that, who the hell's building this borehole anyway?
Or allegedly, it's not as it sounds, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Well, I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna keep on watching because it really does amaze me the levels that people will go to be disgusting. It really will. This might sound harsh to people, but I'm only going off of what I see and what I hear and how I feel. Because stuff like this, I just I can't get behind this. I can't. Just the whole attitude, the arrogance. With the whole Art Kathy thing. That whole mindset of What did she say in one of these? Say, we're coming to save you. We're coming to build up your country. Like anyone asked you to come over.
Right. Like nobody asked anyone to come over.
Right. Go there humble. Go there respectful. If you really care, go and learn the customs, learn the language, learn how to interact with people. Don't isolate yourself. If you really want to see development in the country, bring the skills that you have in the West. Don't go there to build some hotel or restaurant and just give people service jobs. This is the same problem in the Caribbean. And people of Caribbean origin that are doing that, you should know better than that. You should. Because this is the same complaints that are made back home. The jobs are not, except that they're not good jobs. They're not. You know how many cousins that I have that work in hospitality industry? Okay, you're a cook. You just clean hotel rooms.
Like, I mean, hell, I work in the hospitality industry, and I live in the U.S. and it doesn't pay shit here.
So what's that supposed to do to a country where the average wage is 11,000 US dollars a year? What's that gonna do? How is that gonna develop? How's that gonna build? How's that gonna? I think the word is edify. Let me Google it to make sure I'm using the correct word. Edify. Right. Okay. Yeah. How is that gonna edify people by giving them these BS jobs?
That is not development.
Development. That ain't no damn development. You're right. It ain't no development. But they want to fool you with Pan Africanism. We're all black. We're going home. We're gonna build up Africa.
I hate like I hate when people have those excuses, you know, especially with slavery, to think that they can own and they can get the same rights as the people there. Oh man.
It's up. Here's the thing as well. These politicians better not allow it. You know, Gambians, please
No, you
talk to
cannot
your.
just you can't just sell out your land like that. It is not right.
No, it's not. It's not right at all. This is gonna work out really horrible for Gambians generations down the line when you you never know. You might see that people from the diaspora own more land than indigenous Gambians.
Like um, like you see how that dynamic is playing off in South Africa. Like, what makes you guys think a similar dynamic is not going to play off there if that's the case?
It's true. It's true. Same thing will happen. It causes friction. It creates tensions between the people, rightfully so.
Wow.
Because they're gonna say, look at these people, they're not even from here. They come here, now they have all this land. We can't afford anything. The government that maybe they're not gonna help us because these people have money. You know, it's gonna be hard.
And here's another dynamic, right? Whenever you got a lot of moneyed interest, no matter where they're from, coming into a country, what the government tends to do is they will usually fix their prices to fit those business interests.
Right.
Whereas the local population, whose whose situation hasn't changed from that, will will be at the bottom. They'll be completely shut out.
See that there? But you know, I wish someone would please try this in Nigeria. Please try it in Nigeria. Please try it in Jamaica. Please try it in Barbados. Actually, no, but Barbados weak country, weak country. I'm saying this as a Bajan weak. Uh, Throw them some money and whatever you want will happen. Disgusting. But you know, please try this in countries that don't play around. Try this in the Congo, please. Try it. I dare you. People want to. Same thing with Kenya. A lot of people run into Kenya. Where's Michael? Hold on. Let me get Michael. And we're bringing up Kenya. We might as well get our resident Kenyan. I'm just trying to ping Michael. But you've got people that go to Kenya now. It's like when they fail in one place, everyone just seems to run to Kenya for some reason. Like Kenya's just like, oh, it's gonna be easier here, and they do the same thing. They take advantage.
Wow.
People think like East Africans are just docile and they won't do nothing. That's why I hope Michael shows up. I really do. You have people. I seen a video of one guy going to Kenya and he was like telling the woman not to speak Swahili, speak English. I'm sorry, you're in Kenya. What do you mean?
Are
Where's your
you
respect?
you're talking about that one dude, right? Can I say his name here, or do you prefer I don't?
You can call him ham Africanism strikes back, pork Africanism strikes back, fat Africanism strikes back.
Oh, oh yeah, Brandon the Care. Let's go with Brandon the Care Bear. How about that?
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. And it's shocking. It's shocking. And again, all in the name of Pan Africanism. I don't care what people say. Oh, it's not true Pan Africanism. As far as I'm concerned, all of these crooks are claiming Pan Africanism. They've hijacked it. You need to go and rescue your little ideology back. But I'm not with it.
Same.
I'm not with it. It's madness. It's pure madness. But that live stream was just, yeah, Chima. I might even just rewatch it. Eileen, I don't know if you have the time to listen to a bunch of angry 50-year-olds argue amongst themselves,
I
but
mean, I can suffer through it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can watch it.
you'll see the arrogance of this woman, the way that she speaks to people as a businesswoman, supposed to be resolving the issues, and it's a bunch of finger pointing and oh, what here's one thing that got under my skin. Another part, the excuse making. She goes, I had pneumonia and I had food poisoning. I was sick. And these people were calling me and asking me about what's going on with their money. Guess what? When you're a business owner, there's no days off. No days off.
Right.
That's no
Wow.
excuse. And that, again, it just goes to show you're looking for any reason now to justify you
That's just
taking people's money.
lackadaisical, bro. That's just lackadaisical.
Right. You have no regard, no excuse. I'm not no business owner. I'm an eBay seller with 100% record. I've never had a bad review. You know why? Because even when things go wrong, and I don't even think I've really had anything go wrong necessarily, but I do my best to go above and beyond to make sure that the person gets what they paid for. That's what you do. Because when you're dealing with people's money, right? You're supposed to show the utmost respect for people. They're giving you the money that they worked for. So give them what they paid for. No excuse. And you know what? If you are unable to provide that service, you refund them and you give them something as well to show that you're sorry. The customer is always right. Basic stuff. Customer is always right. People that they've invested in you, they've given you their money. Have respect for them.
Like, and not to mention, when you like, money involves a lot of trust, and if you don't, if you don't get any kind of return on your investment, um, not only will people not trust you, they'll they won't trust any other so-called entrepreneur in the community also, and our community has a lot of trust issues as it is.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
true.
Exactly. There's enough trust issues as it is, and then we say support black business. And don't get me started on that. Supporting black business seems that it means support bad business, because enough people can't do no good business and want to justify their bad behavior by saying, "But you should support me because I'm black."
Wow.
I'm saying, and this is the crap that they're playing with people. This is the stuff that they try and manipulate, especially Africans with this stuff. Please, Africans, don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. Don't let these people manipulate you and guilt you into you giving them stuff and giving them, more rights in your own country and they're not citizens, or allowing this thing. If you wanna, as far as I'm concerned, if you really want to be a part of an African nation, if you want to be a citizen, go learn to speak the language, learn the customs, and you have to be adopted into a group, because that shows that you have enough respect to be down with it. You want to talk about, you want to reconnect with your ancestors. Most of the time, people are picking God knows where, some random place. Not even, yeah, it's true. Not even going back to the part where their ancestors probably came from. With a lot of us being from the region now known as Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
and again, are they going to be going to Nigeria like that? I don't think so. Go ahead, Chima.
Yeah, either Nigeria or Ghana. And I mean, and with Nigeria, let me tell you, Nigerians are probably the most traveled people on the continent. So if you try that mess in Nigeria, people like there's a very good chance you might not make it out of there alive. You know what I'm saying? I hate to put it that way, but it's true.
And that's what I'm saying. This is why they won't do this in Nigeria, because they know it will not pan out well. But you see Gambia and you think, oh, look at these people. They're so gullible, and look at them. They're so soft and nice. They won't do nothing to us. They won't do nothing to us. They can't do nothing to us. Look at them. They're the smiling coast. Look, they're just poor. They just want to get by. They'll let us do anything. In the words of Aunt Kathy, what she say? We can take over. And
Take
yes, she
take
she
over
she,
and do
she
what with it exactly.
well, I don't know, but she may be one person, but she kind of spoke a lot of people's mentalities. And this black chick seems to be one of them, but she's doing it in a more sneaky way. That's how I see it.
Oh yeah, and this one other dude, Color Genesis, he often suggests the same thing. Um, like African, like black diasporans should just take over all the political and aspects of the continent.
I mean, how and who exactly? Because who's got experience of being statesman? Who's gonna do that? How the hell black people in the UK being statespeople, what, having affairs over Africa? Black people in America who aren't in power in America, um, you know, being in charge of affairs over Africa. Like, what kind of thinking is that? That's backwards.
Backward and selfish.
Of course, backwards and selfish. This whole thing. I'm really disgusted with this. I think I don't know. I think I've said everything that I wanted to say now at this point that I could think of. I don't know if you guys want to say anything else.
I mean, here's the thing. Like out. This is something I always say. If you want to come to the continent to help out the locals in a legit way, as in providing good jobs, providing some skills, I welcome it. If you wanna, if you wanna come there to live, come to Africa just to live. Um, just simply to live. You don't have to build nothing or any of that mess. Um, I welcome that. Hell, if you want if you want to come to Africa just to simply make money, um, like I'm okay with that too, as long as you're honest with that intent. But if you're just gonna come over there to just take advantage of the people because you think you're from the West, you can do whatever the hell you want, just stay your ass where you are. That's all I have to say.
Well,
Fair
agreed,
enough.
agreed.
Aline, do you have any final words?
I think no.
All right. Anyone want to promote anything before I click off the stream? No.
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, I think that's it. I think we kind of stressed the point. People, please check out that live stream. It's on the Unapologetic European channel. Guys, Aline, I'm gonna get the link for you. Chima, you know where it is, and
Mhm.
you can see the madness for yourself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. People, just have some damn respect. Seriously, respect yourself so that you don't disrespect other people and make yourself look bad. But yeah, that's about it. I'm out.
All right, peace.